Hello everyone, I am JoeHova. Welcome to Hell Let Loose. This is a first-person shooter based on World War II. It's team-based, which I really like. Today in this tutorial we're going to talk about tanks. And so the first thing you have to do is join an armor company. Now, I'm on a blank map, so there's no other companies here, so I'm going to create a unit. And I'm going to pick armor. All right, and I'm going to create. Now I'm going to meet the tank commander because there's no one else here. And then I'm in Able Company, right? And so I go ahead and I find a place to deploy. This is important. Deployment will change. Garrisons can pop up on the map, strong points, things like that. And you can actually spawn somewhere else. But right now at the beginning, you're going to spawn just in these headquarters. So I'm going to do that because I've got a couple tanks. You can see the icons of the tanks. Both of these tanks are empty. We got tanks over here that are empty as well. So I go into the headquarter, I deploy. All right, so now I'm in the map and I got to find my tank. If you look around at the icons, you can see different things. There's fuel over there. We have different icons that mean different things. If I come in and I'm looking for my tank, all I got to do is hit the map. If I look at the map, I see this arrow. Now I can zoom into this map. There I am. That's JoeHova. There's the tank I'm looking for, kind of around these buildings, right? So, oops, if I hit M again, it's going to be right over here. And there she is. And there's my dead body from before. So young. Anyway, so if you're going to get into a tank, the first thing you have to do is hold down the F button. And there are three different jobs when you get inside of a tank. The first job is going to be the driver. Now, to drive the tank, what you have to do is start the tank. So you hit and hold the E button. And that'll start your engine. Okay, so now I'm started. We're ready to go. You can see down on the bottom right, there's a speed. There's also a gear. You have to manually shift gears for this tank. And it's going to change how the tank operates. So if you're going really fast and you start turning, you're going to make a wide arc. If you're really slow, you can turn, 360 degrees in one spot. So you got to kind of get used to that. Now, the game is a little quirky the way it did it. It put left shift and left control as those gears, and I don't really like that. So you can hit escape. You can go to your options. You can hit key bindings and go to driver up here. And I have changed my to up and down, my gear up, gear down. I've changed that to the up and down arrow keys. Just easier for me. You can do whatever you like. But I'm going to use up and down arrow keys in my description, so just wanted to let you know. All right, so the first things first, you use WADs to drive the tank. So if I hit W, then I can go forward, but I'm not going forward because I'm in parking gear. So I hit the up arrow to go to first gear, and now hit the WADs, W, and I will go forward. If I want to turn left or right, I hit, left or right, A or D. And again, depending on your speed, it's going to determine how fast you turn this tank. So if I go up a gear to second gear, and I start turning, there you go. You can see that. Go up to third gear. And then here's fourth. Now there's also a reverse key. So what you have to do is you have to shift all the way down to reverse. And you don't hit S. That's very important. You hit W, just like you're going forward, but you're going in reverse. And that's pretty much it. Now, you also do have a gun for this, but it's the left mouse button. Problem is you don't have a reticle for this, right? So the best advice that was given to me was shoot the ground in front of the tank, see where it is, and then follow the tracers, because you'll lose them very easily. That gives you kind of a good idea of exactly how to shoot it, right? And that's just for anti-personnel that are directly right in front or around the tank, because you can't really have any other view than this as the driver. So what's next? Well, let's look at the spotter. That's F3, so I'm going to hold down F3, change seats to the spotter. Now, the spotter is looking out this window here, but if I zoom in, you can see my view changes. I can zoom in again, and again, and even again. Or, no, I think it's just 3 zooms, right? 1, 2, 3, that's it. And I look around, and there's a field here, and there's a tank. But this map is very snowy, so you get a lot of snow blindness. It makes it kind of hard to see, right? This guy can't shoot any weapons whatsoever. It's just a spotter. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, you see this compass right down here. This gives us all the directions. What I found is the easiest way to do this is just to call out these numbers. So if I'm looking down the road, I can say, hey, we got enemies to our front down the road. But depending on what their view is, they may not know what that means. So I can just say 350, or I can say north, right? Or I can say moving from 350 to north, or 340, 340, however you want to use it. There's also 3 icons. You've got the turret icon, the track icon, and then the tank body icon. If you get hit in the back of the tank, you're going to get damage on the body. If you get hit in the tracks, you're going to get damage to the tracks, and of course you'll get damage to the turret as well. So it shows you that, and you can kind of tell them. You can also see which direction the gun is pointing. The turret is actually pointing by looking down on that, right? So that's the Sparta's job. It's a very important one because this guy with this zoom, as long as the tank's not moving, you can see. But once this thing starts moving, man, this thing starts bouncing around, it gets really crazy. All right, and then the other one, which everybody's going to love, of course, is the gun. So I hold down F2, and now I'm in the gun. And I move this gun not with the mouse, but with the up and down, with the WASD keys, right? W up, S down, A to the left, D to the right. This also has different amounts of zoom. You can zoom in, right, up to 3. And I'm coming around. There's that tank that's sitting out there. I'm zoomed all the way in now. If I wanted to shoot this with a machine gun, I just hit the right mouse button. Hold that down, and I'm shooting that tank. Now, bullets aren't going to do a whole lot to a tank. And you can see on the right-hand side, I've got different weapons. I've got an M42A1 HE. That is going to be anti-personnel. So if you want to have a highly explosive round that kills a lot of people, that's what you do. The armor piercing, or the AP round, that's for hitting tanks. And so right now you can see if I switch to number 2 and I hit reload, I have to hit R because it's not loaded right now. It'll show you at the bottom of the screen loading M42A1 right there. So if I were to take this and shoot this tank, you know, it's highly explosive, but it didn't kill it, right? And it probably is going to take a couple to kill it anyway. But now it did not automatically reload. So if I want to go to my armor piercing, I hit 1, and I hit that reload. And you kind of just got to get used to this. You know, I can zoom all the way out, but it's easier to look at it straight in. Let's zoom back out, and I'm just going to shoot this guy. Kaboom, right? Hit, and now it's sparking. That turret is messed up. So I'm going to hit reload again. And again, it takes a while to load it. You see down at the bottom, it'll say that it's now loaded, and I fire left mouse click, and that thing is gone. That tank is now history. So I hit that thing twice on the turret with armor-piercing rounds, and that was enough to kill it. So that's pretty much it. I mean, if you come down to it, I mean, tanks aren't really that hard to deal with, but they're very cool. One thing to remember also, this is the American tank. This is the Sherman. If you play on the American side, there are 4 to maybe 5 of these on a map. I don't know. For the Germans, there are only 2, and the respawn times are a lot bigger. So you're going to be dealing with a lot of Sherman tanks if you're playing as a German, but you also have some very good anti-tank weaponry as well. To be honest, what I've seen so far in the game, I'm more afraid of anti-tank weapons than I am of other tanks at this point. But we'll see where that goes. But I hope you like it. I hope that helps. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, thumb it up, maybe subscribe, tell your friends. We're going to be doing a lot of these videos, bringing these out. Hopefully we can bring some focus to this game because it's a lot of fun. So if you enjoyed it, I look forward to seeing you again. Until next time, my name is JoeHova, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.